What? Is this how we're starting this off? Did you hit your ring?
Yeah, I hit my, it's an organic start.
All right.
It's an organic start.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Side Tangent. This is the first episode of season 2. We are super excited to be here. New studio, which is a living room of one of our apartments. I'm not going to say who for safety reasons for the 5 people that might be listening to this right now or watching. But we're back. A lot of changes happened. Parker, what's up? What's new? How you feeling?
Well, I didn't know that we were keeping the location secret. I'll just say that no, I can't say that.
It's Parker's house. It's Parker's house.
It's my house. Okay, I'm good.
It's not his house. It's mine.
I just got back from the Grand Tetons.
Yes.
Worked in the Grand Tetons over the summer. I counted up around 30-ish encounters with bears.
I didn't realize it was 30.
It was like around 30, yeah.
What's
if
the
I'm
closest
honest,
you
it's probably
got?
more like
Did you touch
25.
any of them?
No, the closest I got. So Grand Tetons National Park in Wyoming, very close to Yellowstone, like an hour south, has a lot of bears. Most of them are black bears. A lot of grizzlies as well. Thankfully, I only ran into grizzlies like 2 or 3 times, and the whole time I was far away enough that we were fine.
Okay.
But most of them were black bears, and the closest I ever got was close to my last day, where I think it was like a teenager or a very young adult bear. So it's been on its own for a while, but it's still trying to figure things out, and it hasn't yet figured out that you should stay away from human civilization. So the job that I did, we basically like go from cabin to cabin. They have a bunch of cabins there in the Grand Tetons. We would make the beds and stuff, like a very low, boring job.
Okay.
But because of that, we were outside a lot and stuff, and we have these carts and stuff with all of our cleaning supplies. We're walking around making a lot of noise and stuff. Usually that's enough. But then that day on our radios, we got a call from our captain, I guess, that we all had to try to run inside because there was a bear on the loose.
Is there a code word for it, or
no? She's just like everyone.
I guess why would there be?
Everyone get inside. There's a bear. At this point, it happened so many times that we're all used to it. Like at this point, I'd literally like been inside, seen a bear like walk by.
It's like a stray dog at that point.
It's just like inconvenient at that point. But then I was with a bunch of other people, and from around the corner, a bear comes. It's right there, and it literally charged up the hill, running right at us.
That's terrifying. What kind of bear is it?
A brown bear, but it, like
not that it matters, I guess.
At this point, I heard apparently brown bears don't exist. It's only black bears. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Apparently brown bear. Someone told me
like a brown bear is not a real species.
A brown bear is not a real species. It's only like black bears and grizzly bears. Here's another thing, though. Apparently, this is a side tangent.
The first side tangent of season 2.
The side.
Are you going on a side tangent right now?
No, I guess yeah. The first side tangent of season 2.
Well, everyone,
but
clip it. Hey, Baylor, can you clip this? All right, thank you.
It's a side tangent tip, and Baylor, make sure to especially do this because this is important. So. Because like we all know, or at least the average person I think living in North America knows that black bears or brown bears, whatever they are, we'll just say black bears.
Okay.
Black bears are dangerous but safer than a grizzly bear. And with what you're supposed to do if you see a black bear is make a lot of noise, try to scare it, and then if it like attacks you, you attack back. If it's a grizzly and it starts attacking you, you just
time out. When you mean attack back, what do you mean? Like punch it?
Yeah, literally do everything you can.
Okay.
Because like the idea being if you cause it enough inconveniences, like this meal isn't worth it, it'll go away. They're aggressive enough.
So you're not scaring it, you're annoying it.
You're annoying it. Like
okay.
Obviously you couldn't like
that's a little disappointing.
Obviously you couldn't actually do damage, but like you're annoying it enough that it's like this isn't worth it. But that's only with a black bear.
Okay.
And that's last resort. Like gotcha. Obviously making enough noise while you're walking that you don't encounter it at all is better. And even better than that, just like making yourself bigger and stuff, like trying to keep it away. But if it is attacking you and you somehow don't have bear spray, which you should always have, just fight it. If it's a grizzly bear, you just play dead because there's nothing you can do and hope it doesn't, and just like protect your vitals, like your neck and stuff. But I always thought that the way you tell like how to react depending on the bear is the color of its fur. but that doesn't matter at all because both black bears and grizzly bears can have black fur or brown fur or blonde fur. It just depends.
Are grizzly bears just bigger?
They're generally bigger, but like the size varies too.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's because like their diet, the time of year, all of this. The way you tell is grizzly bear has like the round ears, like a teddy bear. It has round ears, and then it has a hump. You can totally, like when it's walking, you can see kind of like a hump.
Gotcha.
And then if it's a black bear, it has kind of like more pointy ears.
Makes sense.
And no hump.
Okay.
Now
you heard it here first.
A long tangent.
Yeah.
But it was a big black bear running towards us. And this is how I also know I won't survive the apocalypse. Because everyone else was like getting into position or like trying to act bigger. And someone recorded this, and you can just hear me in the background and be like, "Oh, that's a big bear." That's all I said. Like, just like mind, like
today's the day. Me and Parker, for those at home or those who are just listening, just so to give you the visual picture, we're dressed up as a gender reveal party right now. He's wearing blue. I'm wearing pink. Is it a boy or a girl? Tell us in the comments below. Side tangent, but that's insane. That's like, bears are one of those animals that I remember there was a big debate a while back about like who would fight, a grizzly bear or a gorilla. The bear's killing the gorilla. Like, it's not even close.
I feel like
I've done enough research. Like, they're insane.
They're insane. So the first week that we got to the Tetons, I don't know if you heard about this. I feel like it was kind of the news, but there was a grizzly bear attack like the first week we got there, and there hadn't been a grizzly attack since like
it attacked someone.
It attacked someone.
Did they survive?
Yeah, they did survive.
Oh my goodness.
No, okay. So this is a crazy story. There's also like podcasts about this instance that I like. National Parks After Dark, I think, did one. So if you want like the
Parks After Dark,
yeah, it's like a crime podcast. So if you want a more detailed thing, you can go to them, or just like one of the many national park podcasts. But long story short,
National Parks After Dark,
and this is literally like our first week, and everyone was like, "Don't be worried, like it's gonna be safe." Our first week there, this guy was he and his wife had been on a hike. She had gone back to her car. He wanted to take some pictures. Went off the trail. On his way back, he like noticed he'd been gone longer than he thought, so he started running. Which you're another side tangent tip: never run when you're in a bear area because that will spook them, and that's exactly what happened. It spooked. The mom thought he was attacking the cub, so it like clawing at him, biting like he did this. Like he's like, I can't do anything. He tried a pepper spray, but the pepper spray didn't work. So he just lied down on his stomach with his hand over his neck, trying to like make it so it wouldn't kill him.
That is
crazy. So
that just hopped up on my list of like biggest fears. That's terrifying.
Absolutely. So the grizzly bear is biting at his neck. His defective pepper spray is bear spray. It's just extra pepper spray.
Right.
It's still around his finger. It bites into the bear spray, blows up in its mouth. It runs away.
Wow.
Saves his life. He like
the fetal position helped him survive.
Oh yeah, like if it like on his neck or something.
So next time someone makes fun of me about being in the fetal position, ask yourself, is he being attacked by a bear?
Or if someone ever mocks you for like going for a relaxing walk instead of running, like one of those health nerds, be like, well, if there's a bear,
you'd wish you were the one walking then, huh? This is all just the symbolism behind the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really what this is about.
Absolutely.
The tortoise and the bear.
Yeah. I don't think is there any environment where turtles and bears coexist?
Maybe. Over the hedge.
See?
There we go.
Fair point.
Okay.
Fair point.
Bruce Willis once again saving the day. Parker, I'm a little disappointed in you. That? Yeah, he plays RJ.
Really?
Yeah. He's the raccoon.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Why are you disappointed in me?
There's a sword on this desk, and you didn't even bring it up.
You asked me questions first, so you bring it.
You're right. Well, I asked you how you're doing it, and you decided to make it about you. Yeah, there's a sword here.
But not any sword.
It's the sword. It's, I can't even pronounce the name, but Zoro from One Piece's first sword that he gets. But, I know you've seen it before.
I know.
And last time you saw it, it was made of wood. But you don't know if I've replaced it since then. And I want to point out that the person who gifted it to me, his name's Kenny. Shout out Kenny if you're listening to this for whatever reason. He gave it to me for Secret Santa. That if the handle is facing me, it means I'm ready to fight. Like it's prepared for battle. That's what he said. Okay.
Okay.
He studied
He studied
Korean
the
studies.
blade. Oh.
You know, he's a master of the blade, Master Kenny. Kenny. Anyways, so just letting you know, this is the handle is facing towards me.
Okay.
So tread lightly.
I like the idea of like you unsheathing it every day, and like one of these it's wood, and then one of these days it might just be metal, and I might just lose an arm.
I'm thinking about it though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it has to face that way because it doesn't make any sense.
No, that makes because like you're ready to like why would because you're going to
But
pick
I
it
have
up.
to sheath it that way. So wouldn't it be a waste of time if I flip it around and then?
Well, either way,
Honestly, if you attacked me, I probably would.
no, because like if you reach for it, then I try to pull it away from you, and I pull the sheath off.
That's exactly what it
And
is.
then you
That's,
stab
what?
me.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
That happens in Rurouni Kenshin.
yeah, let it be known. Well, this is not even what I wanted to start off talking about, but I'm glad we did. Bear attacks and then katana etiquette. Now we're rolling. That's in true side tangent fashion.
Mm-hmm.
But it's season 2. We're like I said, we're in my apartment. We don't have the same equipment that we used to before. We're very blessed, and so we're just making do with what we got.
Mm-hmm.
But we started Side Tangent in 2020, end of 2023, right? That was like October 2023 is when we first started filming Side Tangent. So it's been about a year and a half, and there's a lot of space in between episodes and stuff, and so a lot of trial and error, a lot of learning. I wanted to ask you, what is like the biggest thing you learned from doing Side Tangent for the first season?
I think the biggest thing I learned was just how to use the equipment we had.
Yeah, we really winged it.
We really did wing it.
You know, we were filming on our phones, still are. Still don't really know anything about lighting. I don't even know if this is the optimal lighting for the equipment. But
we're making it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me was just going for it. You know, I remember the first episode we tried to plan everything out of what topics we wanted to talk about. And then as time went on, we realized we were kind of forcing it too much. And then now this one, I legit don't have any idea what you were going to talk about today or what I like, you know, I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about today. We didn't coordinate it all. We're just talking. Conversation's been about a 7 out of 10 so far. You know, I think you need to pick it up a little bit, but you know, it's been really fun to just, I was listening to, in preparation for today, I was listening to some of our older episodes and then moved on to some of the newer episodes that we've done and just seeing the progression of, you know, we cut things down by 30 minutes, how natural the conversations have gone over time. It was just like a lesson to me of just like, there's a lot of ideas that we all have that people don't just go for it. Mm-hmm. And like, who knows, this might just be a hobby of ours and might not become anything. Baylor, save this clip in case something happens in the future.
This can be like, you're playing like motivational music in the background.
Yeah. And then we're just sitting on our yacht.
Yeah.
You know.
But I think it is like, if any of understandably it's probably like a small amount of listeners or just random people that find us in an algorithm. But if you're listening to this and we make this a specific clip, I think it's a good sign that no matter the level of immediate success, if there's a hobby or an interest of yours, you might as well just shoot your shot. Like, you'll never get started until you get started.
100%.
Put Emily, that on the post.
Yeah, put that next to a cat hanging up on your wall. A picture of a cat, I should clarify. Emily listens to his name's Caleb Heron. He's like a comedian. He has like a podcast that Emily's really into. I've become a big fan of him too. But he's talking about, you know, people who have dreams. You know, they were like, oh, I've always wanted to start a podcast, or I've always wanted to be an actor or a singer. And he said eventually the only way to be successful in any of those is if you want to be an actor, you got to start acting. If you want to be a singer, you got to start singing. Like, wherever you're at, like, eventually that's where you got to be. And so I think that it was a really, it's kind of nerve-wracking posting the first episode and just kind of putting yourself out there. But it's been more fun. It's been very rewarding just to have like this kind of hobby to, yeah. So a lot of lessons. I'm excited for season 2 to kind of be more consistent. I think that's the biggest goal that we want is out of this. And that's why, you know, we were kind of concerned about being inside of the living room. We're not sure if this was the best spot to do it. We don't have a studio anymore, but you know, eventually you just gotta film the episodes. You just gotta put it out there. So cheers to cheers to season 2. Well planned. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna put mugs here with water and I forgot.
That's fine.
I mean, we are in my apartment. I could go get one.
It's a good bit for next time.
Yeah. So Baylor, can you Photoshop some mugs in post? Thank you. You had a story for me. Actually, wait. I have a story for you. Actually, it's not a story. You were there when this happened.
Okay.
So I can't say where, but me and Parker are coworkers at the same company now. This was yesterday. I went to the bathroom
Oh,
and nature calls.
I was the one that was gonna. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is this what you're gonna bring up?
No, well, no, but
No. Okay. So
I'm shocked that you. Okay.
Yeah, no. Hey, we're open here. We're open books here. For those listening, I walk into the bathroom. I go into the middle stall because the first stall was taken, and I've made a pact to myself that I will never take the disability stall again. Long story short, I would never take it unless it's a big emergency and there's no one around, and I have no other choice. But anyways, I take the middle stall, and I'm like, this is good. This is fine. Had to flush the toilet again just to make sure. I sit down, pull out my phone, and start playing a game. And then I look down and I see these shoes, and I'm like, I know those shoes. And I text Parker. I'm like, hey, are you in the stall right now? And he goes, yeah, why? I'm like, I'm right next to you. And there's other people in the bathroom, you know.
No.
There was a guy using the urinal when I first got there.
No, but not when you. So okay, I think from my point of view, so it's dead silent. It's just two guys sitting next to each other, and then you text me like, "Hey," which I don't know the etiquette. I would never do that. I there's probably friends I would let them know, but I wouldn't do that because I'd start panicking, and that's immediately what I did.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. I can almost guarantee I know exactly what you did when you found out I was sitting next to you. This is you. Is that what you did?
Probably. Well, that, but then I was also like, how do I like get out of here as quietly as possible?
No, I heard you pulling the toilet paper, and I immediately regretted saying something because then I'm like, this is really awkward.
No, but it gets worse because I then left. I was like, it's too awkward. I left.
Did you not finish?
No, I finished.
Okay, well,
obviously I finished, but I finished before you, and I'm leaving, and then Jared, to like save the situation, yelled,
said, "See you, man. See you, bro."
You just yelled really loud, like, "See you, man." It was great. But right when Jared didn't realize that someone had just walked in, so it's like just me like leaving the stall. It's like, "Hey, good talking to you." No one else in. That's weird.
I thought that was a very like endearing
and
moment for us.
We should have held hands underneath.
Yeah, we should have like played Yu-Gi-Oh or something underneath between the stalls, or like chess. I saw one where this guy had like it was a skit, but he started doing a tech deck on the dude's foot. He's like, "What?" And then the dude pulls out a tech deck and they start doing tech deck in between the stalls. It was a beautiful moment. Do you have some?
Not anymore.
Okay. Well.
I want them to.
It was really big in my middle school. Like a lot of guys would have either you had a Rubik's Cube or a tech deck.
I can't do Rubik's Cubes.
I used to know how to do one. It's just like memorizing like.
Well, then that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
that's
it's not. I would pick a different hobby. Why'd you check your phone?
Well, just because I need to make sure I didn't need to pick someone up from dance practice, but it's someone else. So.
Okay, well,
I'm going to be checking it throughout.
We're in the middle of something though. Yeah, it's kind of rude. Like if we're gonna make season 2 work, you gotta be committed to it.
Can I go on my own tangent? And by tangent, I mean like an actual thing. Unless you have another story you want to bring up.
No, I don't.
But I think this is good. So, and I guess this can go out to the listeners too. But obviously, I've been out of high school for a while. I haven't been part of a team sport in a long time.
Okay.
And I think everyone can agree that doing something physical, having like preferably like something active, is good for mental health, especially in like these seasonal depression days.
Right.
So I'm trying to find a sport because I feel like I'm not going to be able to motivate myself to work out unless there's like a sport, or more specifically a team attached to it. But I don't want to do like the average things like baseball, soccer, football. Because one, everyone's been doing, like I have no practice with that. I did not grow up doing sports. I only ran and occasionally did lacrosse and occasionally.
Well, you're not supposed to run. It's walk.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I only walked. I only ran in controlled environments indoors where there'd be no bears.
You did cross country indoors?
Sometimes.
Anyways, sorry, this is besides the point.
Okay, so regardless, I have like very little hand-eye coordination. I'm sure I could get better, but I don't want anything that's a traditional sport because like most guys my age haven't doing that since they were young, and I can't beat them in that. So I want something a little less traditional. And we've had conversations about, like, I've thought about going into HEMA, like the historical European martial arts, where you literally just get into a suit of armor and beat each other.
That's right.
Because apparently there's a leak here or something. I've thought about speed skating, just like more random things. And then it got me thinking of, like, what are the weirdest, most unique sports out there? So I've made a list of some very random.
I'll tell you the first one off the top of my head. Hobby horsing.
What's hobby horsing?
Dude, you got to look up hobby horsing.
Okay.
It's literally, you know, equestrian, like horse trading. And imagine that, but instead of a real horse, it's just like the horse on the stick.
Oh, it's a fake. Okay.
It's a real thing. People actually like train and do hobby horsing. If you're a hobby horser, I need to learn more about it. I need to be more respectful to that. But
No,
that,
but
I was like, do people actually do hobby horsing?
Because I think I've seen videos. Because don't they do like the obstacle course and stuff
Yeah.
like that? That would take actually like a lot of conditioning.
I'm sure. Not to discredit the physical.
I think they know it's silly too, though. It's for funs. Apparently, I have crazy boat legs, so I'd be good at horse riding. Well, no, I've done a lot of horse riding, but if I were to do it as a sport, apparently my mutated legs would be an advantage.
You have a genetic advantage in horseback riding.
Well, the boat legs wrap around the horse better.
Okay,
apparently,
nice.
According to a random medieval book that I read when I was 12, and I stuck with that. Okay. I found some weird sports.
I always thought that about you, by the way. Like, this guy is built for horseback
Yeah,
riding.
It's like his weird, like, D shape, like D and B shaped legs.
The old retired horseback rider. I think this kid got what it takes.
I have some weird sports I found.
All right.
I'm going to tell you the name of it, and I want you first to explain to me what you think this sport entails.
Okay, I like it.
So the first one, it's kind of in the name, but it's interpretive freestyle canoeing. What, Jared, is interpretive freestyling canoeing?
I'm imagining you're in like a lake or something or a pool, and I'm guessing you're just going around in certain shapes to music.
Jared, you are dead on.
Okay, nice.
That's exactly what. Well, yeah. There's a few like
don't question my intelligence.
There's a few more steps. Often, I guess they wear like a costume that goes along with it. Like one of the things I read about.
So it's just slow figure skating.
It's the rules and judging apparently are very similar to figure skating, but it's very much so. Put music on. You're in the canoe. You just do it to the music. There's 11 divisions in the whole of the United States. I don't know which one we are under, but if I were to go into the sport, and I do like canoeing, so it's
but you're not really a dancer.
I'm not a dancer, but this isn't dancing, Jared.
But you still need rhythm.
It's freestyle canoeing.
You still need rhythm, though. I don't think you
might be right.
I think you stick to horseback riding. Riding.
Okay, here's another one.
Okay.
Before I ask it though, have you seen the hit anime Assassination Classroom?
No, I haven't. Okay, it's on the list.
That's fine.
The list is long though, so
that's fine.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Have you heard of the sport? And apologies for if I I know I'm mispronouncing this. Shut up, my darn stutter. Okay, apologies for mispronouncing it. I'm trying my best. Botoshi.
No.
Okay,
it's like bocce ball.
It's a Japanese sport. It's featured in Assassination Classroom if you ever want to see it. But from my understanding, like it actually looks really cool. So it's two teams. You have like a giant pole, several feet. Like honestly, they look like the size of like a power pole or something. It's like this big wooden pole, and then on either side of a field, and your team is holding it up. And what you usually have is like from what I understand, like several guys in a circle around your pole holding on it, and then you have guys standing on their shoulders holding the pole. So you're just trying to keep it upright. And then you send your guys to their pole and try to attack this fortress made out of humans, like holding up the pole. You're attacking them, trying to bring their pole down. And that's it. It's like, it's just like the pole's not attached.
Are there like you can just like punch them and kick them?
Yeah, you can punch them. You can use wrestling. Apparently, it's very violent. You're just trying to get their pole down, no matter what. Like they're like,
are there people not holding the pole that like tried to stop this?
Yeah, I think that I may be completely wrong. I just like it was just like a quick glance through. I would guess it's either like you had to try to determine like what percentage of the team you want holding your own pull up on defense and what percentage you want on offense, or maybe it's specifically like defense and offense teams like American football. Not exactly sure. I just know there's some planning regards to that, but there's usually enough that you have enough people holding up your pole trying to fight off the enemy attackers while you send your own attackers, and you can do stuff like hoist your buddies up and launch them at their pole and stuff like that, and you're just trying to get it to like
does it need to fall, or
it needs to hit a certain degree where basically you're trying to make it fall, and that's it. You're just beating the crap out of each other. It's basically like apparently injuries are common.
That I don't see how you could have possibly injury in that.
Well, because it was like I was looking at like at the list of ways that you can combat your enemies, and it's like punching is allowed, kicking is allowed, wrestling is allowed. I assume it's different for different things. Like in the Japanese self-defense force, I think they use this as training. So I assume there's no rules. If it's like a league, I assume there'd be more, maybe not like poking in the eye or something. I don't know. I don't even know if there's any leagues in America, but it looks cool.
We can start one.
I didn't ask you what you thought it was.
No, you didn't. I wasn't gonna get it though.
That's on me.
Literally, like
that's on me. Well, this one I think is more. It's also in the description. Do you know anything about what do you think the sport wife carrying is?
I think I know this.
Okay.
Wait. It's just like an obstacle course, but you're carrying your wife.
That's exactly what it is.
I seen a video of it.
Yeah.
It's like the mud race, but you have your wife.
It's a Finnish sport. It's like a team sport, I guess, but she's just been carried. But yeah, the people in
Which
Finland
seems exhausting. So have you ever been carried? Like
no, I'm sure it's very exhausting. But yeah, you just throw her on doing an obstacle course. Nice. Since there's a bunch of videos about it, I assume maybe it'll come here to the States. And then
again, we could start it. We can start the Sci Tangent Sports League, SSL or STSL. Sorry, STSL. STSL. There you go.
STDL. Sci Tangent.
What? Where'd the D come from?
I don't know. Sci Tangent.
Oh no.
Dermatologist. Oh.
Okay, it's coming back up.
Okay. Here's another one. I'm really excited about this one. What do you think the sport chess boxing is?
No, I know chess boxing.
Do you actually know chess boxing?
I know chess. Well, I say that like I've played it. No, I'm glad you brought up chess boxing. Yes. You play like 2 minutes of chess and then you do a 2-minute round of boxing.
2 minutes of boxing.
Yeah. That's the ultimate sport right there.
Well, because someone was like, you can't be a pure jock because then you'll lose the chess, but you can't be a pure like nerdy person, I guess, because then you'll lose the boxing. So it has to be like the perfect mix.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
Do you know who Magnus Carlsen is?
No, I don't.
He's like, I don't know the chess world that much. If from what I understand, he's number one.
He's the one that wore jeans recently? Someone got kicked out for wearing jeans.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But I forget what country he's from, but this dude, like, he shows up late every single chess match.
Love it.
Then just wrecks the dude and turns around. But like chess is like I should watch Queen's Gambit, honestly. I feel like, have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay, I need to watch it because it's like insane to me the way people's minds work. So the dude finishes his chess match. He gets up, he turns around and looks at the chess match going ahead of him, and he goes, "Ooh!" Like he immediately, like by just glancing at the chessboard, he immediately knew what the situation was.
They're like human computers. They're like from Dune.
I haven't seen Dune actually.
You haven't seen
Dune?
Dune?
Sorry, it's on the list.
I'm going to grab this sword.
Okay, do it. Okay,
that's a part of it in Dune where like AI rose up against humans, so they killed all the AI, and now they basically use this drug, the spice, to make a human super smart, so they're like a walking computer.
Oh, so it's like Limitless.
I haven't seen Limitless.
Okay, we'll see.
Well,
okay, I'll use a sword on you. Chess boxing, yeah, no, that is. It should be more popular than it is.
It should be more popular.
Honestly, all those sports should be.
Oh, I have just a few more.
Okay. Oh, snap. Okay.
Ear pull.
Is it like Is it like I'm grabbing your ear, you're holding onto my ear, and we're just like trying to rip each other's ear off?
No. Well,
no. Wait. Or is it something attached to your ear and you're pulling something with it?
It's kind of a mix of it.
You tell me.
It's apparently like an Inuit sport.
Okay.
2 people, like you and I, facing, and we get this like a circle of string, loop it around my ear, loop it around your ear.
Oh,
And it's literally just like who lasts long. Like apparently like bleeding and
is
like
it kind
cutting
of like
it.
tug of war or?
It's like tug of war, but it's like who can take the pain the longest. So you and I are just pulling and it'll like dig into both of our ears and cause bleeding. And it's whoever's a better warrior will back down last.
I got rope right now. We can just we're sitting. A good
We do an
distance from each
episode just like crying, like, what did you think?
other. Like, cut this in post.
Okay, I'm going to do a speed round.
Okay,
I'm just going to ask what do you think it is, and then I'll say quick description. Canal jumping.
you just jump over a canal.
Okay.
Wait, is this the one where there's a pole in the water?
Yes.
And then you have to like jump. Dude, I
Yes.
saw a video of that, and then like no one could get to the sandpit, but this one dude did.
It's tough.
It's like
because like Red Bull did. their
Red
own
Bull.
version.
Yeah, Red Bull had like sponsored one.
Yeah, it's in Netherlands.
Bro, you didn't think I knew this much about sports? Huh?
I'm
You had no
honestly,
idea.
I thought all these were like obscure enough. Not.
I'm deep in the internet.
I'm not saying some of them that I'm too scared to try to pronounce because I know I can't. But yeah, it's a Netherlands sport. Makes sense. A lot of dikes, jumping stuff. What's fireball soccer?
I imagine you just light the ball on fire.
You get a coconut, you soak it in gasoline for like a week, you light on fire, and you play barefoot, and then it's just soccer with a on fire.
Why does that have to be a coconut? That sounds more painful than.
I'm sure it is, but I guess it soaks up the gas better.
That makes sense. Where do they play that?
I don't know. I didn't check that part. Let me see.
What
Let
an
me see.
amateur, dude.
I know. Well, I've researched every other.
Season 2. This is the energy
I-
you're bringing to this.
I read articles about every other sport, and then the one you asked me about is the one I didn't actually look into. That fireball, soccer. I don't have your internet. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, sorry.
Doesn't matter. That's my own.
I guess
fault.
I'm not prepared to.
Poo sticks or po sticks. I don't know how you say this. Pooh. So it's like Winnie the Pooh. So I assume it's poo sticks.
Poo sticks. I don't know. Is it similar to jousting?
You get sticks, you throw them in the river and race them, I guess.
That was.
So we've all played poo sticks in our lives.
Yeah.
Without knowing it.
Remember that time we built boats out of vegetables and raced them down the
Yeah,
river? That was
that is
fun.
fun.
We
That
did
is
that a
fun.
couple times.
I think that in itself is one. The last one, I know I'm mispronouncing it. It's like Sepak Takraw. I'm so sorry, but it's basically volleyball, but you only can use your feet. And I knew about this one beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
I knew about this one beforehand because in Avatar: The Last Airbender, do you remember the episode where like Zuko and his friends, like his sister and stuff, they like go to the beach?
Yes.
The game they play is that.
Oh,
Because they're like, well, volleyball is like a beach stereotype, but we want something a bit more martial arty, so it's this sport because you can only use your feet, so you had to like be kicking it up or doing like backflips to like get to spike it and stuff. It's really cool. Didn't know it was
Okay.
real. Learned it from like a commentary. Ergo, maybe I can try it out. You know
Okay.
me, the
Yeah.
non-acrobatic, non-athletic guy can try to do
yeah.
it.
I don't even know if I could like get my leg that high.
Oh, I definitely couldn't.
That's a fun one. I like it.
Did you hear about the guy that was stuck in a robot taxi
For how long?
for several minutes, maybe long? I don't know. He was taking a robot taxi to an airport, and it like started spinning. It was like a self-driving one. It started spinning the parking lot. He was like calling customer service, like
It was doing donuts in the parking lot.
it was doing like slow donuts. It just like would not go to the destination. It's like, what do I do? Like at first he thought, I guess that like someone was pulling a prank, but like the lady on the phone was like, I can't take control of it. You might like, I'll see what I can do, but you're kind of stuck. He was like getting sick and stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting sick just thinking about that. I have really bad motion sickness. Dude, that's so funny. The robot was just like, "Woo!"
I wonder if it even let you open the door. Probably not, because they don't want like
random people to get in and.
or like people to fall out. You're just like, let me out. You're stuck in there for an hour.
What are your thoughts on self-driving cars?
I think that the only way they will work is if they're the majority.
That's a really good way to look at that.
And I don't think they're smart enough to be the majority right now. That might come with like time. And I think there's ways to make them work. Like maybe you have lanes that are specifically only for them, like a bus lane or something like that.
Okay.
Because I think there's a lot of people that need the mobility of vehicles, but are not in a position to drive. A lot of old people,
Yes.
just like shouldn't be driving. They're kind of a danger to themselves and other people. But like, you can't get rid of their like that would take away a lot of their freedom and independence, and that's important for like old people and their mental health. And stuff like that.
Right.
But also, like, they don't have the money and stuff for like taxis and stuff and buses. Well, public transport is just a tough thing in America because we're not professional like Japan or Europe and stuff. So like, I feel like in some situations like that, they would be helpful. I just don't think it's smart enough yet. The cars are.
I like that. No, I feel like I'm not. I know a lot of people are same vein as AI. Like, I think a lot of people are afraid of it, and I think I get it. There's a lot of movies that suggest, and there is some sort of fear. But I feel like for me, it's like there's a lot of things that we use now that a lot of people are afraid to use. The internet being one of them.
True.
I'm sure there's a lot more other examples, but I feel like I put myself on the spot, and I'm crumbling under pressure right now. But
about this like conversation.
Well, like about another example about another technological advance, and so I thought of the internet, and then I immediately folded and forgot any other example. I'm sure
you can talk about anything.
Yeah.
There was I don't even know. This is like a Facebook thing, so it might be fake. But there was like, I guess, some random letter from a teacher where it's like, I think kids writing in paper is like lame and it's going to mess up their learning. Like, kids should keep doing drawing with chalk on the blackboard. Like, this newfangled paper.
I'm so glad we moved on from the blackboard.
Oh, but like,
I hate chalk.
I do hate chalk too, but it's funny that we're using like laptops and stuff in school, and everyone's like, "No, you need to know paper." And it's like, we've had this discussion so many times.
Oh yeah. I know. Like, I don't know. I can go on about that in particular, but like
technology, whatever.
Yeah, but it's just like, I just think you just need to embrace some technology because it's coming. Like, we're not going to stop the advancement of technology. We are very comfortable with the way things are, but we don't like, I really like your point about, it's once it's the majority, I don't think we would have any problems with it.
Yeah.
I know other people are worried about, is technology doing too much for us? I think about WALL-E when I, the movie WALL-E.
Oh, yeah.
How much that. I just think, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of good. It depends on how you look at things. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. I like that you brought up like senior citizens and stuff. I don't know. That's a lot of good. And like, maybe humankind could get lazier, maybe not. And there's only, there's no way to know until we get to that point. And I think it's going to happen. We're going to get to a point. Dang it. Technology. Once again,
Speak of the devil.
I'm going to leave it at that. I think we're all about to wrap up soon anyways.
We're about to wrap up.
And I don't know. I just think like, change is coming. And maybe this is the allegory of life or the symbol of life. Change is happening. I'm going to quote Ratatouille here. Remy's dad says, you can't change nature.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
That's so profound.
Well, I'm not done yet with my quote, so can you please?
Well, that was a good start.
Gosh, okay. Remy's dad goes, okay, you can't change nature. And Remy goes, change is nature, Dad. And, change is happening. Self-driving cars. This is all about self-driving cars. And I've been rambling for a while now. But, it's happening. And I think there's a lot of good that can come with the advancement of technology.
Yeah.
And if we're so scared about the bad, I think we're going to miss out on a lot of good stuff. So that was the whole point. I'm sorry, I took way too long about that.
No, I like that.
Well, dude, first episode of season 2. How we feeling?
It was good. It was
good partner. Yeah, I think we're excited for the changes.
For listeners or watchers, if there's any random sports that you know of or you yourself are a part of, like small communities that you feel like should get a shout out or that I should check out, because I am seriously looking for a random obscure sport, send them our way. Like, put it in the comments, reach out to us. Like, I'll look into it because I just want something unique. So if there's something you've heard about or something you're a part of that you're passionate about, let me know. Yeah,
let us know. Well, thank you guys for joining in. We're going to be, SciTangent is going to be on Spotify. It's still going to be on Apple Podcasts. Spotify for sure.
Hopefully the agreements haven't changed. So hopefully still.
Spotify for sure. And with the, I don't know if you know, TikTok's getting banned supposedly. So Instagram Shorts and YouTube. That's where you can find us.
The good old American
Check it out.
ones.
And if you're here from season 1, thank you for being a loyal fan. All right, Baylor, let's cut it.